I'm an active real estate investor, and we help investors all over the country with making smart real estate investments. And today we're going to be taking a look at cap rate and net operating income of multifamilies. Hey guys, good morning. It's Angelo, Christian, and today we're talking about NOI. What is net operating income? I'm an active real estate investor, and we help investors all over the country with making smart real estate investments. And today we're going to be taking a look at cap rate and net operating income of a multifamily. This is actually a deal that we closed, a 28 unit in Florida, and want to kind of break down the numbers. So it's real important that whenever you're buying a deal that you do your due diligence, you do the right investigation to make sure that the cap rate and the NOI is going to be high enough that it makes sense to actually invest in that particular multifamily project. So for some of you guys, you might be newer investors, or this, if you're a seasoned pro, it could be a good refresher for you. We fund a lot of multifamily with hard money and conventional lending as well. So this is a 28 unit that we did, and you can actually, behind me, we're actually going to show the pictures of the property. It'll be scrolling behind me in the video. You can take a look at it. You can see all the pictures and all the numbers on this one, the income, the cap rate, and the NOI. It's a 28 unit. It was for $1.9 million. And the net operating income is, the gross income was $250K annually. Okay. And the cap rate, and we're going to break these down and explain to you what these are, was about 9%. Okay. It's not the best cap rate. Obviously, the investor that bought this property is going to go in there and beef that up and fix that up, because you really want to get that cap rate to like 15% is a goal, to get to a 15% cap rate, ideally to make more money. And then the net operating income on this particular deal was about $170K. So I want to break this down because I want to make sure you guys understand, when you're making an investment, if it's worth your money, worth your time, and worth the risk, right? Because that's a huge thing. So a multifamily is a great thing because it's a hard asset. It's not like a stock. It stays there forever. And this was in in Orlando, so it's a hot market. So people are always going to want to rent an apartment in Orlando. One of the key things, obviously, is location. Very, very important. But is it worth paying $1.9 million for this? NOI is net operating income. So that means after all the bills are paid, this is how much the investor is netting right here, is $170,000 a year. They're netting $170,000 a year, right? Now we have to take into fact that you're probably going to have to take on debt to get this deal, right? That's a huge part of this. You're probably, for a 28 unit, you might not be able to manage that yourself. You're probably going to have to hire somebody to manage it, a maintenance manager, or there's a bunch of different companies that actually manage assets for investors, or REITs. So, and then you have the cap rate, right? What does that mean? That's basically the return on the investment. So if you take, for example, the price of $1.9 million, and then you divide that, the net operating income, which is $170,000, you come out with the cap rate. So basically, how you calculate the cap rate is you take the NOI, and then you divide it by the price, and it equals the cap rate, right? And which is like your return. What is your annual return going to be? 9%. That means that if you're buying this property for $1.9 million annually, you're getting a 9% yield, which isn't bad. But you just have to see, compared to other investments, if that's something that's worth the investor's time. And then the risk to reward ratio. What is the risk for me buying this property? Is it high or low? If you ask my opinion, and a lot of other real estate investors, you're in a great location. It's an apartment complex. It's relatively low. It's not a tech company. It's not a aggressive business that took on a lot of debt. So you're investing in real estate. People are always going to want to pay rent. So the risk is relatively low, but that's the yield. But there's things that the investor can do to prop this up to get that NOI even higher. to where he could get this up to maybe 300,000 of net operating income by maybe refurbishing the apartments. It was built. This apartment, if you see in the pictures, was built in 1965. So they can refurbish it, they can fix it up. There's a lot of things they can do to boost up those earnings, right? So, and again, the net operating income, how we determine that is after all the bills are paid. So, if we kind of go through the math here. I would say that, and we did, the investor purchased this property, and I thought it was a good deal because of the changes. He was going to add nicer swimming pools, fences around each unit, some parks and stuff around the property. So, and then he was going to actually raise the rents so he could boost up that NOI. He's going to redo the kitchens. So he got some rehab money to actually fix it up. But that's how you can actually determine what your NOI is and your cap rate. Typically, I advise investors that you definitely want to be in a cap rate of ideally 15%. Now, it may not be like that from the inception, but from investing and changing and modifying and rehabbing it, you can prop it up to get it to 15%. But a key critical component is the actual location and then the price that you actually get. So this one they were originally asking like 2.2 and they closed on it at 1.9, so he came off a little on the price. It was actually a really, really sweet deal. So we do a lot of multifamily investing. So if you're an investor out there and you're trying to get investment funding, I'd love to be able to help you, whether it's hard money. We have a commercial hard money zero down loan. We also do conventional lending too. If you put 25% down, you can get bank financing with us too for multifamily. I really think that multifamily, especially with low interest rates right now, is a wonderful opportunity to be able to purchase your property. So if I can help you with anything to boost up your portfolio, boost up your earnings, and give you the funding, we are a lender. This is what we specialize in. You can actually give me a call at 832-431-6331. My name is Angelo Christian. Take care and peace out. Bye-bye.